E.N.D here. Commander Masters have just been released, and what Wizards of the Coast do? They start spoiling Wilds of Eldraine. Honestly, sounds hilarious, but it's not. Anyway, let's start. And I want to start with some basic stuff. Basic lands. Basic full art lands, to be precisely. One for each color. Plains, island, swamp, mountain and forest. No doubt how gorgeous these lands are. More lands, and it seems that this will be a new cycle. Restless Fortress enters the battlefield tapped. Tap, add 1 white or 1 black mana. 2, 1 white and 1 black. It becomes a 1/4 white and black nightmare creature until end of turn. It's still a land. Whenever it attacks, defending player loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Sleight of Hand, reprint of this iconic blue spell. For 1 blue, sorcery, look at the top 2 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand and the other on the bottom of your library. Tough Cookie, for 1 and 1 green, it's a 2/2, artifact creature, food golem. When it enters the battlefield, create a food token. For 2 and 1 green, target non-creature artifact you control becomes a 4/4 artifact creature until end of turn. For 2, tap, sacrifice it, you gain 3 life. Adventure, the iconic Throne of Eldraine mechanic is back. Found on Cruel Somnophash for 1 and 1 black. Its power and toughness are each equal to the number of creatures in all graveyards. Can't Wake Up, for 1 and 1 blue. It's a sorcery. Adventure, target player mills 4 cards. It's nice to know that this iconic mechanic is back in Wilds of Eldraine. Talion the Kindly Lord, for 2, 1 blue and 1 black. It's a 3/4 with flying. As it enters the battlefield, choose a number between 1 and 10. Whenever an opponent casts a spell with mana value, power or toughness equal to the chosen number, that player loses 2 life and you draw 1 card. Moonshaker Cavalry, 5 and 3 white, it's a 6/6 with flying. Enters the battlefield, creatures you control gain flying and get +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures you control. Basically, it's the white version of Crater Hoof Behemoth. Ashiok Wicked Manipulator, 3 and 2 black, 5 loyalty counters, Planeswalker Ashiok. If you would pay life while your library has at least that many cards in it, exile that many cards from the top of your library instead. +1, look at the top 2 cards of your library, exile one of them and put the other into your hand. -2, create 2 1/1 black nightmare creature tokens with, at the beginning of combat on your turn, if a card was put into exile this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. -7, target player exile the top X cards of their library, where X is the total mana value of cards you own in exile. It's a nice way to mill your opponent. But there is more. Wilds of Eldraine will have a subset called Enchanting Tales, full of very powerful and extremely popular enchantments, starting with Curiosity, Aggravated Assault, Prismatic Omen, Necropotence, Rhystic Study. Yes, one of the most played blue spell in Commander will be reprinted in Wilds of Eldraine Enchanting Tales. Greater Aeromancy, Smothering Tide, don't forget that Smothering Tide was reprinted in Commander Masters, and last but not least, Doubling Season. So Doubling Season and Smothering Tide was reprinted in Commander Masters, and a month after will be also again reprinted in Wilds of Eldraine. So that was the last card in this particular first look into Wilds of Eldraine and Enchanting Tales. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more and more interesting videos about Magic the Gathering and the collectible world.